all by myself. Let's see if anybody comes on. Here we go. Oh, I'm not by myself. Hold on. I'm adding some crew.
It's in gridlock. In the middle of nowhere. I'm so close to the mountain, you can't see the mountain at all from the fires that are lit.
Are we live? Are we live now?
We're live.
Yay!
Hello, it is live. 2 minutes after.
Good to see you.
Good.
How you doing?
I'm doing okay.
Yay!
We just popped this up, as you know, as a pop-up, and so that people can watch it after. Nobody's on right now, so we're just going to go with it and flow with it.
Love it.
And we are not new to the delay, jump over a hurdle game when we're doing something like this.
Big stuff happening. We don't let anything get in the way, though. I'll tell you that much.
No, you guys are a little dark there. Get some.
Are we a little dark? Hold on.
Oh, it's all right.
We could turn the overhead light on.
We got one on. I'm going to put on comments. We'll just give a second for. We just did a pop-up, and in our group, our Mothership Alliance group, there was an error with the posting. Like I said, not new to this rodeo. You may find, somebody hopped on and off. Not interesting enough. Okay, we're going to carry on anyway. The show must go on.
What?
Bow, 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 bow. We're going to have fun, first of all. And we are opening this up. And this is a pop-up. We went live a couple weeks ago to introduce what we're doing, what we're being called to do for Equinox in Mount Shasta and tethering into Mount Shasta, California, which is the most magnetic spot on the planet, as I am shown, and have done a lot of work there. Veruschka and Strongheart, where are you at?
Mount Shasta. We're in the magnetic vortex.
We're in Weed, California, just on the north end of the mountain. Very dramatic view. People don't know this view as much, but it's just as glorious. And loving the desert.
Heart.
The feminine side.
Really with you all? Yes. Who's on? You are with us. If you're not registered, it must be in the Facebook group. Then it doesn't give me the name. Anyway, welcome whoever is on. And we're talking today, really excited, launching the 144 Earth Angels who are going to be assisting and being with and alchemizing with the ground crew in Mount Shasta for 9 days. Oh, hi, Sharon. It's Sharon Raji Maynard, who is one of our beloved sacred elders in the Mothership Alliance. This is brought to you by Ma, but it is for all. The family of light. Always saying it because that is waving to you. We're waving back.
Hi, Grandma Sharon.
This is a family affair. And this one in particular is very much a family affair. We are going to be posting up at Anna House, which is Anna House Retreat. Connie McHale is the steward of that property. She was guided by Grandmother Anna to get a property for this sacred work, for this powerful time. And she followed her guidance and her heart and did that. And she has been working nonstop for a year, preparing the property, getting everything ready. We have held sacred ceremony there quite a few times, and weaving. The property is unbelievable. That land is very sacred. I'm like buzzing right now, you guys, just talking about Anna House. And Anna has been a guide for me as well. And that is how I met Connie. Many of you I'm seeing out in the field are posting and receiving Anna at this time. I saw Joe Hemmett posted something about it, and Saffron why am I forgetting your name? Anyway, I know many that it comes through, and Mother Mary and this crew. This is not a Christian thing. I want to be clear about that. The family that has done this work along the ascension timeline to keep the light in the darkness and to bring us to this point where we are at right now was not Christian. It was made into a Christian thing, but this is thousands of years of those of us who are from this tribe. And I don't know what else I want to say. We know those of you who are in the family of light here at this time to do this work, know who you are and know why you are here. There are many also who are calling containers in different places. I know there's one happening in Sedona. When I've been called to do these things, this has been in planning since the beginning of the year. I knew at first I thought I was getting equinox and I thought it was spring equinox, and it wasn't. It's fall. This is it. And my guides emphasized fall. Just saying. There's also a post I saw yesterday about what's going to happen on the 23rd. There's a lot of murmuring about the 23rd. And I know what we are being guided to do as a group on the 23rd. And I ain't going to talk about it except for with the group that we in, because now, I may not understand when I get the orders to pull together a group to do something. And then by the time it happens, I'm like, whoa, okay, right? And we have had many powerful containers together, prayer containers. I've done a thing called Reboot Camp and Camp Roar around Lionsgate, and we've done reboot camps, which are similar alchemical containers. We've done about 4 of those and a couple of Camp Roars, so like 6 times, and each time a little bit bigger. But we started with a small coherence field and a small group, and then fractal that out. And each and every time it's different. It's a different theme, different things going on, and we alchemize and transform personally, but there is always a massive collective component, and it's inextricable from the personal work that we're doing. And this one in particular is very much about the collective and a group heave ho, as I'm made to understand it. And that is some of what is happening on that Saturday. And it feels like a group grabbing the energy and running with it, jumping a timeline.
It's group alchemy. It's group alchemy, and the people that are coming, that I've seen that are coming so far signed up, are those that I would call that are in mastery. So this is big stuff, kids.
Yeah, it is. Any news from you?
From
On
me,
the mic, Veruschka? Thoughts about what's coming in? Have you? I'm
Well,
using my.
I'm the energy medicine in the psycho-spiritual section of our work. It's like we're on this verge of really seeing things healed, affirming the positive, for a lack of a better word, affirming and seeing the new earth. And for someone like myself who's really grown up in the paradox of only the critical, the negative, the woundedness, and just, getting hammered with that, and being the dreamer and having hope and wanting to, create more joy in my life and see my visions to fruition. I think we're just right on this precipice where we do need to honor the wounding, and we need to get into that resolution in ourselves of really making the leap into that rainbow warrior, of being the embodiment of living the new earth, and it's scary. You know, there's a lot of fear that we're needing to traverse. So anyway, this is just what's coming out. It's like the fire walk. We see the coals burning. The mind is like, you can get really hurt. And yet it is possible with that faith to have the experience and, you know, whatever, for the lack of a better word, rising above it. This is the earth angel embodiment of flipping this paradigm, right? And what I'm composting right now, I feel like, is this collective consciousness of the wounding of the mother and the unexpressed pain and emotions, fear, the fear of being our true unlimited self. And it feels a little scary, and it's like I can taste the freedom of making new choices. And that's really scary too. So what I'm hearing myself say, like, really been working on resolving a lot of fear in the body. So now it's more like the echoes in my mind that want to be afraid. You know, people who suffer from anxiety, it's like anxiety is just this message of that there's still fear in the body. So, you know, what I'm bringing is the emotional freedom technique. And the message right now is really all about clearing our own immaturity, like the immaturities of the woundedness from our parents and, you know, from the ancestors and, you know, and curbing our self-talk, right? Like, what have we created? What have we not created? Or how far am I? Like, life is not a competition. It's not how fast we can get somewhere. It's about really being with ourselves and bringing the self-compassion in so that we can not make the other the other. So this is just something I'm witnessing as I'm slowing things way down, or life is forcing me to slow things way down, and really truly being in the love and acceptance of the field we're creating and taking that radical responsibility for the field we're creating, from victimhood to, wow, how can I be in grace? How can I choose my words and upgrade the conditioned responses, right? Coming more from a resourceful, responsive place than the reactionary, right? Like, why are we manifesting things that trigger us? Because we still need to see these triggers. Even if they're just so subtle, it's still representing that splinter that's inside of us. And it's time, you know, for us in the field to have total safety and permission to remove these splinters. That's what I'm feeling right now.
Well, thank you for sharing all of that. Thank you. I got a song coming, y'all. Veruschka is also one who receives clairaudient through songs and some of the same musical guides that I do. But freedom, I'm glad that you brought that up, because this is all about freedom. Collectively, what I'm seeing at Equinox, okay, this is super duper 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 powerful. That moment when we are in exact dark and light at an equal, there's a little space that happens at that moment that is magical. That is where the Veska happens, where the out of time opportunities happen. This is why for millennia, those of us who have done this work have gathered at sacred places and spaces and with one another to amplify the field, amplify the signal, and use that opportunity for that energy to flow things in and out. And this one, the song that was coming, Soul Asylum. I just remembered who sings it. Soul Asylum. Okay. This is an asylum, a sanctuary, and it's Runaway Train. Runaway train, never going back. This is what is happening as I'm being shown for Equinox. The train, they're literally showing me the metaphor of like picture the hitches between the train coming off and like we're going from being tied to this train that has taken us all over into chaos and into a lot of BS. And another quote that I wanted to share that I speak about that I love from a show called Magicians that I was guided to watch a couple of years ago on, I think it's still on Prime. I don't know. It's really good. Chock full of signs, symbols, and synchronicity for me and messages in there so much. But the biggest takeaway, my favorite quote was, there are some spells that are too big for one person. And this is one of them. Mm-hmm. Whether it's for lifting something from ourselves. I'm a member of 12-step recovery. I know the power of a group. Millions have recovered, and yes, higher power, but that higher power is amplified by a group with a single intention to remove addiction, praying for it, focusing on it, and lifting it. This is why it works. It is something that this person who is a total independent, I can do myself, thought they could do themselves, but some spells are too big for one person, and we're not meant to be alone to lift these. And this one is a huge lift that we are all going to do together, and we're also going to have fun. I want to mention that, and I'm going to play the video that just finished. It's just a minute and a little over a minute, and this is for the 144 calling in. And where we go? 144. Okay. Do we roll tape?
Roll it.
Yeah.
Yes.
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 Magic carpet ride, no matter where you are in the world.
No matter where you are in the world. And in fact, that is part of it. We have had, and we have in the mothership people all over the world. But this is so important. Those of you who do this work don't need explanation of that pinpoint in the grid and how we will weave a light net around and all anchor in to Gaia, to Mount Shasta, and to the ground crew. You will be experiencing things with us. If any of you have ever done like sort of a virtual adjunct to a ground happening, you already are familiar with that. I have been in my work. I organized and set up for a trip for resonance science with Robert Grant, and then a solo trip with Robert Grant where we had a container, and that container is still holding a field and people are still talking a couple years later. Our first one was in 2021 that we did the real big virtual along. I think 2020 was the first one, and people are still talking in there. People have gotten together in person from there and met. I have met people who were on the virtual trip in my travels and gotten together intentionally with them. It's really bonding. It's really powerful. And it just flows. So that's why I said the leap of faith. We have, an itinerary. There are certain things we're running in algorithms. It's 9 days. There's 7 days of alchemy. Saturday, that 23rd, is the final day, connect circuits of alchemy. Okay. So then the 8th day on Sunday, Gary Crom is going to be providing us with sacred sound ceremony. He is a Merlin. He is a nerd like me. He is very technical and has studied all of the sacred geometry and sound and has created devices, some of which have metals that ain't from this planet. It's epic. When I did my rebirth, shaved my head and changed my name right there at the Mother Temple in Weed with Strongheart, in a really powerful ceremony. He brought in, we played the Fibonacci sequence, and he's got this unbelievable Archangel Michael crystal harp. I am working to get a really good microphone and hook up and have that so that the sound will be available for our virtual travelers to enjoy with headphones and to tune into that frequency. We're sending it out, right? We connect circuits on Saturday, Sunday, send it out. And then Monday we ground it. The ground crew goes home, and then we go off from there. I just really want to convey how important I'm being shown that this gathering is. And it is a little intimidating for me because it is the biggest group alchemy container that I've ever been called to do. I thought it was going to maybe leap up a little bit. We'd go from 12, 24 to, like, I think the largest was around 30. And I will tell you, if you are feeling called and you don't make it in the 144, I feel confident that we are going to fill this up. Many are being called at this time. And I know that many who are already coming were already being called to Shasta and knew that there was a group something. And when they saw it, they're like, oh, bing, we're tuned in. So tune in with upper management and your guides and your team and your higher self and ask yourself, is this the place that I'm supposed to be? I don't advise being solo at this time. This is also energetic protection for us. This is going to be intense. It's already intense. It's going to get more intense. I'm being shown this is a domino. This is the runaway train that then tips dominoes through the end of the year to the 12/12/12/21 portal. Whoosh. And this is like, we've been working toward this, and everybody, we always say, it's time, it's time, it's time. So I just wanted to, like, as passionately, without getting too weird and intense, share that, to call in whoever's feeling to join us. And it is going to be like something, if you've never done one of our containers before, it is like something you've never done. This is not like a group activity you've ever done, but it's also not hard. Neither one of you have been through one of them, I don't think, right? You've been through Strongheart. You've been through some of the smaller prayer containers, and even when we did the 10 days last year,
Right.
the 10 days of light, and that was through the 12/12 and 12/21, wasn't it? I can't remember. It was so potent. I mean, it was like she had to leave. She and I together were like, like she had to leave the room.
I had to at least sit across the room from you. Can I say something?
Yes, do, please.
I wanted to speak to this. Although we have a lot of people that are coming in person that are in mastery, people in all stages of awakening, people that are in the family of light that may just be being activated or woken up, are also attending via Zoom or in person. Um, we're a family, and everybody brings something unique to this party, to the soup. And where I'm at right now is I'm in a space of zero fear. And there's a lot happening in Mount Shasta. I go out and do what I do. I go out and pray every morning before dawn, and I do grid work. I work with ley lines, things like that. There are things that I'm seeing happening, and I've lived in Shasta for several years, that I've never seen before, which is I'm seeing the best way I can explain it is timelines not converging, well, converging, not collapsing. Things are interweaving on each other. I've been able to have this very unique experience several times of, you may have heard of it as rainbow body or luminous body, where I'm actually in two realms at once and then reintegrating. These things are real. These things are real. And so wherever you are in this adventure of being a participant in this, you're welcome. And I'm going to learn things. Everyone's going to learn things, because everybody has different information and insights and things to add to spike the punch. So everybody coming together. This is some group alchemy that is going to help not just this planet, but the entire multiverse. And I'm telling you, Mount Shasta right now, it's popping. It's popping, and it's like, you know how you hear the first, I know how you hear the first kernels of popcorn start popping before it really starts going. It's happening now, and I'm seeing it, and we're like, woo! Can you see that?
Galactic popcorn.
Can you see that? It's happening. It's happening, and I'm excited, and I can't wait. And all who are called are welcome. And I know it's going to fill up. And so if you're called and you can't be here in person, I think maybe we have one spot left. Please join us on the virtual, and you will be here with us also. You will be included. So if you can't get here in the physical, please just join us on the virtual.
Yes. 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 And we kind of have stopped promoting. We didn't really promote a lot. It filled up very quickly with people who knew and who were called. And we, not to say that you can't get in. We do have, actually, we have more than that, because one person was switching out. So we have 2, possibly 3 spots. And we have a couple of people who are trying to rearrange the furniture in their life to get there. But the group that is on the ground, some of them traveled with me in Egypt and have done this work with me. Some of them know us or have come. One in particular, I was shown in signs, who's from Georgia. Spirit kept showing me peach, Georgia peach, Georgia peach, Georgia. And I'm like, what's the Georgia peach about? And then one of the attendees said there's a guy that also talks to Prince, does the grid work, gets assigned, goes places, and he was already being told and shown Shasta and a group. And he knew as soon as he heard about it that this was it. So that was really cool. That was really cool. And he's total tribe, total family. And like you said, in mastery. But what I wanted to talk about, and I'm going to share about the container that we're going to have and learning something new. You said all of the right things. Thank you, Strongheart, that triggered things that I want to make sure to talk about. The learning new things is part of the alchemy. We are going to be on a container. Let's see if I can throw it on there. There we go. A container that we're using, an app called Band it's been around for years, and it was developed for teams like sports teams, churches, organizations. But it's a social media container. It's a free app when you get your ticket to ride. I'm going to post the page where you can sign up for the virtual in here in the comments shortly. But it is super duper easy. It is not a big learning curve. Here's an example. We keep our Mothership Alliance team and community in this, our small group. And it's just a simple news feed, just like Facebook, but you can see that right up top. You can see if any chats are going on, put your notifications on. Anybody can post and anybody can go live. I'm setting it so that anybody can go live because we have so many people, like Strongheart said, who are receiving messages and their own modality with their guides or that are relevant to it from wherever. And maybe they're channeling something in, maybe they have a picture, maybe what happens is we get signs, symbols, and synchronicity, and everybody has a piece, and it becomes like a game because it's a game. And especially in this, I get advised like it's family game time. So like people are posting signs they're getting and they match and connect and complete a sentence of signs that somebody else is getting. And this is where we start passing the ball and having a really good time. So all, anything that we schedule, like breath work or yoga or EFT or anything that's going to be a jump on Zoom will be there in the events with the link. We will broadcast live always. Every day there's a theme. So either we're grounding or we're clearing or whatever. It does not require you to be there all day. It is not something that you got to call off work for 9 days. It's no different than if you were participating in a class that comes on or social media in a group that's doing something together. So that's just what this is. But we're able to play music without being censored. We're able to talk about whatever we want to without being monitored or censored or algorithms not showing our post. It's all in here. But we do need people to be in here. And so when people sign up, I say, put it on the home screen of your phone, put it on your tabs. That's a favorite. And I always, whenever these start, I put up a sign on any of my public socials, like, see you on the other side, guys. I put all of my focus, and it's required for me anyway. I can't even think about posting or being in regular social media. I have to be in the group, and it just is coming and it flows. And I'll get channels and transmissions that come through and directions. This is kind of playing out like a I call it like with military like precision. It really is. And the 144 is not just about the 144. It is a number that is important for the coherence field. We have levels in our architecture that we're building out that is 144 diamonds, 144 emeralds, 144 rubies. That'll be 432 coherence. It is spirit science. It is how the ancients have worked for millennia. So I just wanted to say that big jumble of things I see in here. I'm just looking at the comments. I wanted to say big things happening everywhere. Yes, I wanted to talk about that. So wherever people are being called, whether they're being called to hold their own container, get with people in person, yes, or whatever that is, I believe that you will be called to do something. I don't advise you do it alone. And we are working together. So like we have our group, there's other groups working, people going all over, people being sent all over, and it is all working together. So I think that is, I need to just post the link, which I thought I had queued up. Let me see if I have it in there. Oh, I did. Okay. I just posted the link. And I need to double check the welcome page. Is it going? There we go. Okay. Anything else you have to say, ladies, about that?
Just that it's on. It's on. Please come. Please come. Any way, shape, or form you can get here. Please show up. And if you can't get here in person, join us on the virtual because this is the time. This is the time it's happening. So.
And you'll be activating the force field where you are in time and space.
Exactly. Exactly.
It's just like the homeopathic dose, and yet you're the acupuncture needle affecting the area you're in with your vibration. We're so powerful at this time. I just found out last night that I was sleeping under a faux down comforter. And in the night, I was like pulling it, and suddenly sparks were flying underneath the comforter in the dark. Have you guys heard of this before?
Yeah.
And I thought, am I making this up? So last night I turned the light on, so I was like moving, and the whole blanket lit up with sparks and coming out of the hands with the material. Like, I don't know what's happening, but I feel like life is just reflecting back. Like, do not underestimate the power of your force field or the energy that's coming out of your hands and the intention that you're setting in your space and the thoughts you're emanating out. And it's just so important. If you're feeling called right now, you're part of this net or web of light. So bring it on. Aloha. We want you with us. We need you here.
I'm so glad you said that about do not underestimate. Those are verbatim the words that keep coming through, and I keep like, it's a mother message, and it's almost like I get tapped on the shoulder, like, say it. Don't forget. Do not underestimate how powerful you are. Do not underestimate how powerful this group work is. Like, we do. We're still navigating being human and realizing that we are so much more. Even those of us who have been on the path for decades, we've been on the path for thousands of years, actually. But like, even if we conceptually know we're limitless, we're powerful, we just like really don't even know, you know? And I am so excited about this. This is going to be huge. Pop I keep getting pop and pop music, and it was shown to me when I was shown what we're going to do on Saturday, that you'll have to get in the band container and be there to know what we're going to pop.
Do you know what song keeps coming up in my mind right now? Last night the DJ saved my life. Last night the DJ saved my life.
Yeah. Yeah, this is going to be the magic DJ. Wiki, all at once. Everybody playing their song all at one time at a certain time, and it's going to pop. So yes, what happens to you? I see Lisa Harold. David Wooden, welcome. No link in the feed in Facebook. Let me try and post it again. We'll be posting the videos. I need to add it to the link tree. It'll be everywhere. We'll add it to the link tree of Mothership page, Instagram. We'll be posting posts and the video with the link. It's mothershipalliance.org/144. If you don't even get the 144, you can just go to mothershipalliance.org. It's on the menu bar. And there's a video there where I have a 10-minute video where I talk about the mission and what I'm receiving. And it's all about it on there. Once you get your ticket to ride, the price is under $100. The offering for us to pull this container together and do everything that it's required to do this. It is a nice support. I thought 72, 144, and they're like, no, 144, 72. So honoring the mother and the mother mission and this work, that we can continue to do this work. It's a priceless experience. I mean, just the guided music and yoga and that alone, and what we're going to be doing together is priceless. And we appreciate your support in this mission, in this effort, so that we can continue to do this work. But we've kept it at a nominal price. And also there is the ability to pay it over time with one of the things we use, Sam Cart Pay, so that you can choose that if you want to break it up and you're really feeling called, and that helps you. So I hope that this reaches you, family who are supposed to come. I mean, really, like, You guys, this is big. It's going to be awesome. It is going to be beyond your expectations. It's going to be beyond my expectations. It always is. And I just want to call in the fam who's supposed to be here. And I hope you hear me. And I hope you hear us. And we've got a tribe in Shasta who may not be at the Anna House retreat that we're hoping to, that will be holding field. I've got people in both hemispheres. That's also important. So if you're like New Zealand, Australia, come on. The times might not match up, but everything is replays. We will have stuff all over the place for time zones. We have people on here right now who are part of our crew who are going to be coming in the UK. We've got Greece. We've got Hawaii. It's on. This is very much Lemurian jazz. Okay. Water blessings, ceremonies.
Field trips to sacred sites. Amazing things. Amazing guests, and you never know where we're going to end up in Shasta. There's a lot going on here, so please come.
Dragons.
I'm feeling Ayers Rock. I'm feeling Australia. We're going to be connecting all the highest peaks. This is a heart-based mission, and there will be measured results inside and outside.
Okay, and if you hear me out there in your Scotland, Ireland, Celtic region, come on, dragons.
Absolutely.
Lisa Harold is here. If we don't see her name,
Hi,
I did
Lisa.
see it. Thank you. So if anybody has any questions, there is, quite a bit of information. That page is comprehensive. If you go to that page and you read that page and you watch the 10-minute video, you'll know. You'll just know. So
Ask your heart. Ask your heart. This is not a mind thing.
Yep. So I think we're good unless anybody has any questions. Let's just do hold a little space and close this container up. We didn't open it with a prayer container, but I always do sanctify everything even beforehand. Got some frankincense burning, you know how I roll. Okay, some roses here. We gotta firm it up. So thank you everybody for joining us and listening and hearing. Whether you are called to this container or another, we are all together. We are all unified and we are unstoppable. It is already turned the page as I'm being shown. We call in assistance and protection for all of our light family who are doing any kind of work, holding space, praying, feeding people, healing people. Whatever you are doing at this time to be assistance and to add to this powerful, unbelievable happening and field, thank you, bless you, and thank you for coming on today.
Thank you.
Peace.
Bye, y'all.